Hello everybody. Another video for you. This one is about installing DVTools on your Mac. So we'll go ahead and get started here. This video was a request from a YouTube user a while ago. I am so sorry it took so long to make this video, but I've been doing a lot of other projects and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to take you through step by step what you need to do to get a DV dongle working on your Mac, so you can use a DSTAR without a DSTAR radio. So let's get started. First things first, you're going to need to visit this website right here, and I'll zoom in here so you can see that. That is DVDongle.com. So you're going to need to visit this website, and this is what you should see. This is what it looks like. It's a bit bigger than a pack of gum, I would say. Trying to think of a size. Well, anyway, probably at this point in the video here, I will put pictures of what it looks like in my hand and whatnot, just so you have an idea of how big it is. One other thing I should show you too. We'll go over to HRO, ham radio outlet here, and we'll I'll show you what it is. This is it right here, DV dongle, and it is $200. So this is where you can pick it up. I'm sure you can buy it from other places. You might even be able to buy this as a kit for cheaper somewhere. But use Google and see what you can find. But if you want one ready to go out of the box, here you go from HRO for $200. A little caveat here: if you're thinking like for a non-amateur radio operator, if you're thinking, oh, this would be a good way to troll people and get on DSTAR without a license. The beauty of DSTAR is you have to prove to your local DSTAR repeater operator that you are a ham radio by submitting a copy of your license to them. So, yeah. And that is the nice thing with DSTAR is everybody on DSTAR is a licensed radio operator. I mean, you need to be licensed to use ham radio, but at least on a DSTAR, you're going to find licensed amateur radio operators, because non-hams, non-licensed individuals who could spend the $200 and buy this, but it's going to be no good to them, because in order to get on DSTAR, you have to register your call sign with your local DSTAR repeater operator, and yeah, so and they have steps to make sure that they go through to make sure that you're a licensed ham and whatnot. Anyway, blabbed on long enough about that. So this is where you can buy a pre-assembled, ready-to-go, out-of-the-box version. So just go to hamradio.com or search for ham radio outlet. In the search bar, type in DV dongle, and here you can buy it. All right, going back to the DVDongle.com website here. So once you have your DV dongle, you're going to need to come here and go to the installation page. Now it walks you through the Windows setup here. So if you have Windows, you're all set. By the way, just a side note, I use my DV dongle on both my Mac and my Windows 10 PC. I've got no problems with it at all. It works perfectly between the two operating systems, and it installed just as easily. For my Windows installation, I followed these directions step by step, and I had no issue installing this whatsoever. So for you Windows people out there, run through the thing here and you'll be set. But for us Mac people, and this works on Linux too, by the way, so if you have Linux, you're not left out. I don't know how to do a Linux install of this. It might be just as easy. I don't know if you need to visit any special repositories or anything. Yeah, I call them repositories. They have another name, package, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, what you'll need to do for us Mac people, first, you're going to need to download the driver for this from the ftdichip.com website. And the nice thing is they give you the link here. So I'll click on this. Now, it depends on your operating system of Mac. We've got two versions here. You've got 10.3 to 10.8. And that would be one of these download files. Then it's going to depend on your processor type. If you're a PowerPC, if you are 64-bit, or if you are 32-bit. So that's if you have OS X 10.3 through a 10.8. If you have if you have Mac OS 10.9 or later, whoops, sorry about that. If you have 10.9 or later, you're gonna need. You can only get this one 242, and that is only for 64-bit. So you would just click this. It downloads a DMG file. Open the DMG file. Open the installer. Follow the instructions, and you're good to go. I've already done this, so I won't go through the installation of this. But it's really straightforward. Just follow the directions and you're good to go. You do need to restart your computer once you're done installing this as well. Anyway, so now that you've got this downloaded and installed, we will come back here. Now you can go ahead and download, just click on this link right here, and that will download this DMG file right here, dvtoolmac.dmg. Now, this should be a clean install. I hope I removed all the preferences and settings and whatnot, so it's a nice clean slate, so I can walk you through how to set this up. But first thing what we're going to do is I'm going to plug it in here. I haven't even plugged it into the computer yet, so let me plug it in here, the dongle, into a USB port. By the way, the DV dongle works on USB 2.0 and 3.0. I've had no problems. In fact, on my PC, I actually have a USB 2.0 port with a USB 2.0 hub, and the DV dongle plugged into the hub, and it works just fine. No problems at all. It works great. And on the Mac here, I only have USB 3.0 ports, and this works perfectly. Now, when you plug it in, the DV dongle into the computer, look at your dongle, and you should see a green pulsating light. Yeah, you should see a green pulsating light, and that means you're ready to go. So we'll go ahead and we'll install this here, and just let it do its thing. And I'm going to drag, let me get into my applications folder here. There we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop this into the applications folder, like so. There we go. And I'm going to, pardon me zooming in and whatnot, this is just helpful to me so I can see. So here it is, DVTool, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And yeah, if you have sandboxing enabled under System Preferences for the Mac App Store, meaning if you can only download applications from the App Store, from the Mac's App Store and nowhere else, you're going to need to adjust your security preferences under, let's see, it's System Preferences, and I want to say, I'll just cancel this. I want to say it's under Security and Privacy. Yes. Yep. So go to Security and Privacy and allow apps downloaded from, you'll need to unlock it. If it's locked, you'll need to unlock it with your computer's administrative password. And just make sure you select App Store and Identified Developers. And once you have that, you're good to go. So now we'll double click this again, and we'll go ahead and open it. And there it is. And hey, good news, we've got a clean slate here, it appears. So this is it. DVTool version 2.1, and my call sign. Now, this video is not going to cover DSTAR registration and whatnot. There's some good videos on how to register with DSTAR out there. Just in YouTube, type in DSTAR registration, and it will walk you through all of that. So you'll need to register before you can do any of this, just FYI. So I'm going to do my call sign here, and I will do I will do space H, because that's what I use for home. If I was on my radio, I do have a DSTAR radio, and that's just my call sign. But the cool thing is, I could actually have my dongle connected as well as my radio connected to the same place because I have this H right here. And the my message, a lot of people will put in like their radio name and whatnot. I believe this is limited to 20 characters. So what I do is I would just put in my name, Zach, MI, USA, something like that. And whenever you transmit, this is what will show in other people's dongle programs or on their radio screens, depending on how they're talking. The DV device, this is the dongle right here, so you'll need to make sure that this is pointed to your dongle. You should only see one device, but if you have multiple devices, try one of them and click open. If it doesn't work, then try the other one, but you should only see one device here. Before we click open, we're going to need to set up a couple things here, so visit the setup tab right here. And here you can change your styles, what you want, how you want the program to look. I prefer the Mac look, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there we are. Now this looks like a typical Mac program. Colors, you can adjust the colors how you see fit. I just keep it at default. You can change your font sizes too, and get real-time effect and whatnot. Let's see here. Utilities. I can go over that in a little bit here, and we'll worry about this stuff once we get taken care of. So, so don't worry about gateways, but visit the audio tab, and if you're using a headset or something like that, you know, go ahead and pick your what you want for your built-in, or I'm sorry, for your audio's input and output. In this case, I use my internal microphone and built-in speakers. It works fine. However, I do suggest getting a good microphone headset combo. If you're a gamer, a gaming headset will be more than adequate. In fact, it would probably be overkill for something like this. But if you're a gamer and you already have access to a gaming headset, absolutely, it will work just fine. And we can test the sound card here and just see how it sounds. We'll probably get some feedback. Test, 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 test. Yep. Okay, so you heard the feedback there. Pardon text messages from friends. Actually, what I'm going to do real quickly is I'm going to oops, do not disturb. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. So let's see here. We've gone over this. Let's visit the Connections tab, and let's open this up and see if we can get it to open. Yep, we've got it opened, and we're connected just fine. So perfect. Now you can connect to various reflectors and repeaters here, and as you can see, the list is huge. I'm going to connect to my, let's see here, I think it's WX8GRR. Yeah, there it is. This is the local repeater, DSTAR repeater for me. You could connect straight to reflectors or other areas if you want. So pick your repeater, or you can pick any other repeater in the world. It doesn't matter. Since this is not RF based, this is internet based. You can connect to any DSTAR repeater anywhere in the world. Modules. Let me go over this real quickly, just as a refresher. I probably covered this in other videos. Module A is 1.2 gigahertz. Now, not all repeaters are going to have 1.2 gigahertz capability. So you'll need to visit dstarinfo.com and click on repeaters, show the repeater list, and actually I can probably pull that up right now. Let's see, dstarinfo.com. Yeah, and if we go to repeater list, we can select by region here. I want to say we're not, I think we're northeast. Yeah, let's see here. Yep, we are northeast. So here's a list of repeaters, and I will show you WX8GRR. Let's see, WX8GRR. There it is, Grand Rapids, WX8GRR. United States, Michigan, and I'm just going to double tap here and just kind of come across. Okay, as you can see, we have a 2 meter module, a 440 module, and we do have a 1.2 gigahertz module as well. So back to this, I could connect to A if I wanted to. Module B is 440 and module C is 2 meters. So I'll connect to the 2 meter side, and again, just to show you for your benefit how that looks. The 2 meters is 147.29 with a positive offset of 600 kilohertz. Yeah, and if you look at the top of the chart here, you can see module C, module B, module A. DD is data, so you can actually connect to the internet. If you have I think it's an ID1, ICOM ID1 radio with an Ethernet port, you could plug a computer into that radio's Ethernet port, put it in data mode, and you could actually get on the full-blown internet with a radio, which is pretty neat. It's slow, maybe a little faster than dial-up. I think it's about 256 KB, around there. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll connect to module C here, and I'm going to go ahead and connect to gateway. I am now connected to gateway, and it says it's received here. You can hear see my mic level here. We will. I like to do the PTT lock. Basically, enabling this means you can just click on PTT and then let go, and it will stay transmitting. And then to unkey, you have to hit the PTT button again. If this were unchecked, you have to click and hold on the PTT button and then let go, just like a traditional radio. So that's your call how you want to operate. And mute just mutes the repeater. If there was anyone talking on it right now, we wouldn't hear them. The person you're receiving, their call sign would show up here, as well as how they're connecting in and whatnot. Now on the DSTAR side of radios, in order for us DV dongle users to hear radio users, the radio user has to put in their RPT2 slot, the repeater call sign, with a G. The G stands for gateway, which means then their radio traffic, their radio transmissions will go out over the internet to DV dongle users. So the white noise you might be hearing in the background is the comfort noise, and that's just to let you know, hey, it's working. You can faintly hear it in the background right now, but you get the idea. You can disable that just by going under Setup Audio, Disable Comfort Noise. I like having it because it lets me know, hey, it's working. The DV dongle's working. By the way, when you connect to when you get connected to a repeater, your DV dongle should indicate that you have a connection, and this is what it should look like. Something like that. It should be like a blue pulsating light and a kind of a blinking green light and whatnot. So that's more or less what it should look like on the hardware side of things. But now I could put my call out and transmit and see what's going on, but I'm not going to do that for demonstration purposes. We'll go to info here. And now this doesn't refresh in real time, but once you're connected, you can click the Get Info button, and you can see how who's connected and whatnot. And we can see that the 440 side is connected to Reflector 1 Charlie, which is basically the global DSTAR repeater, if you will. Always busy with a lot of traffic. I could probably go there right now, and we could listen in. In fact, maybe we can do that. Module C is unlinked, and as you can see, I'm the only one on the repeater connected to this repeater with a dongle. And then here's your last heard stations here, and it tells you what module they were coming in on. So that's what that looks like, and then history. This shows like every time someone would key up, it's going to show up here. I don't know what this data side of things is yet. I haven't played around with it enough. Utilities, basically, if you want to like make a recorded file or something like that, you could take like an audio recording from here and whatnot. So there's a lot to this software, but this will at least get you up and running. I'll go ahead and disconnect, and I'll connect to module B, and we'll see if we can hear anybody on the reflector.
Good evening, and talk to you later. Echo India 1 Uniform November. This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Alpha Victor. Victor Alpha Final 73.
Yeah, Whiskey Hotel 6 Alpha Victor, Echo India 1 UN return. Okay, awesome that. Nice to drop in to say hello, anyway. Indeed.
Well, anyway, there you go. So those people were definitely not on, definitely not coming through, or not on our local repeater. That was through the reflector, 1 Charlie, that the repeaters, local repeaters module B was tied to. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I've got. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. This channel is kind of a hodgepodge. I'm into a lot of things. I do a lot of things, and so it's not always ham radio related, but a lot of content will be. Yeah, so enjoy. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will say take care, 73s, and we'll see you on the air. Take care.